Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Mike Hansel, Small Arms Pistol Academy, and today I want to talk about Fiocchi's Defense Dynamics 9mm ammo. This is a jacketed hollow point. Let me bring it over and we'll get it in focus so you can actually see what that looks like. There you go. It does have that lead core, and then you can see it has the jacket around it, which is pretty neat. You can see those cuts in it, so it's going to open up on impact really well. This is a type of ammo you would actually use for self-defense or hunting, something like that. Now 9mm, I did say hunting. I don't think 9mm is the best, caliber to use out hunting, especially for deer or something where I am. It's possible, but overall, it's not the best cartridge for that. A bigger caliber would definitely be better. But going back to what its main purpose is, self-defense. So let's kind of break this box down and we'll actually point out everything so you could look at a box of ammo and determine if it would be something you should give a shot with or not. First thing, your caliber, 9mm. The next one over here says 115 grain, and then it just says it's a jacketed hollow point. That's what JHP actually means. So if you look at the actual bullet right here, and I guess I can bring this up. So if you look at the bullet, when we say 115 grain, we're talking about the weight of the projectile, not of the entire cartridge itself, but just that projectile. So 9mm comes in four different weights right there, standard weights. You'd have 115, 117, 124, 147. And what that actually means is the weight of that bullet. So imagine a 147 grain projectile going through your 9mm barrel or 115 grain. The powder doesn't necessarily change, and I know for some of you guys, you're going to say, yes, it does. There's different powders and everything, and you are correct. But overall, what we're actually talking about is what's going to happen to the bullet. If the bullet is lighter, it's not going to be as efficient as burning off all that powder. So you're going to actually lose a little bit of pressure right there. Not a big deal. The 115 is a very common 9mm cartridge. So if that's what you're used to shooting at a gun range, it is a reason I would recommend buying ammo like this for your self-defense as well, because it carries over. So why don't we just look at the next thing on the box. It says that it does have a muzzle velocity or feet per second right there of 1,175 feet per second. That's not the fastest when you look at some of the 9mm ammo in today's world, but it's not bad. Generally speaking, I'm going to say for 9mm, it should be over 1,200 feet per second, but you're right around there. You're on the low end of that, but it's still there for you. Now, the coolest thing about this particular box of ammo that I like when it comes towards self-defense ammo is pretty simple. Generally, when you're talking about your self-defense cartridges, you get a box of 20. Not in this one. You do get a box of 50, which I find awesome. This type of ammo is also very, very affordable. And when you get into self-defense ammo, generally speaking, you're talking for a 9mm about $1.25 to $1.50 per cartridge. This right here was not even close to that. So it's kind of neat. As far as ballistics go, I've never actually looked this up to see how well it performs for a real world situation. Nothing like that. But I did have some phone books and I happened to stack them together, tape them up nice and tight, and then I shot at that just to see what would happen to the bullet on impact. They all opened up how they're supposed to. You know, it did have a good amount of pressure when they started opening. So you can see, we'll get it back in focus. There you go. So you can see those lines, or the serrations I like to call it. So what happens when those actually open up is you're going to expose a little bit more surface area and causing maximum damage to a threat to neutralize something quickly, which I think is super important when you get into your self-defense cartridges. And these all were pretty comparable when they hit something. A lot of times you might start getting some fragments and stuff like that. These didn't really fragment too much. They just opened up, and that was kind of neat. Now, one thing I do like doing is grabbing a scale and weighing just some random ammo and see how close they actually are, because it says it is 115 grain. I like to just see what their, the plus and minus rate would be on the scale. They were all right there of where they're really supposed to be, so I can't complain too much about the ammo overall. And I'm kind of excited to actually load up my firearms with this and maybe start carrying this instead of the old ammo I had in there. What happens inside of a gun basically just through carrying it and not ever utilizing it for those self-defense situations At some point, I just want to replace the ammo that was inside my magazines with something new. And when I go to do that, I do like trying out some different ammo. So that's why I picked it up. Like I said, it was a good price. So if you guys are interested in this ammo, you find it at a gun store, go ahead, give it a try, see how it works for you. It cycled through all of my guns that I actually carry on my person. So without a doubt, it's something I would feel comfortable carrying. And this is obviously a great brand when it comes towards any of your pistol cartridges. So give it a shot if you guys can find it. Hey, thanks for jumping in, watching this. If you guys do like this type of content, always, click subscribe, turn the alert notification on, leave a comment down below. If there's anything in particular you'd like me to review or anything, definitely leave it down in the comments, or if there's just a video you'd like me to create, definitely share it with me. I love your input. Thanks for jumping in, guys. Take care.